This is actually nothing like what I was anticipating. This is You Belong With Me 2.0. It is a penis reference! That song was phenomenal. Oh my god, the day is finally here. Today is the release day for The Life of a Showgirl. My brain's been completely gone all of today. Hey, I decided to go to work today. Did I do any work? Well, you be the judge. I made this at work today. Before we get started, I want to kind of give some predictions and I want to share my little bingo sheet that I have. As we know, this album is a pop banger. That's kind of what we've been told. We know that it's banger after banger after banger, thanks to Travis Kelce. We know that it is produced by Shellback, Max Martin, and Taylor Swift. Now, initially my thought was that it was going to sound something like 1989, but having thought about what Max Martin has been working on more recently, thinking about Eternal Sunshine and albums like it, I'm wondering if it's maybe leaning more into that kind of pop sound. Because 1989 had her moment, now it's time for The Life of a Showgirl to shine. Maybe? I might be completely wrong. Who knows? Who cares? And as far as my bingo sheet goes, welcome to my bingo sheet. I don't know anything is confirmed, let's say, other than George Michael reference for father figure. At the time that I made this bingo sheet, I didn't know that George Michael was going to be listed as one of the writing features. I assumed that he is either a sample or maybe it's reference to George Michael's song Father Figure. That was where my thought process was going, and then it was kind of confirmed. So I do have a bit of a gimme on there still, but other than that, I think the rest are safe guesses, but fun and would be fun to have. So some of them probably need a little bit of explaining. Dick Mention doesn't. Coming Home, this is going to be in reference to not only coming home after a leg of the tour or a stop on the tour, but coming home in love, like to Travis. Keep It 100, we've had many references to Keep It 100 on the New Heights podcast, and then we saw it at the pop-up, which I think we should talk about at a later stage. Depressing banger, I think we're gonna have another I Can Do It With a Broken Heart kind of moment on there for sure. Word I need to Google, that's probably every album of Taylor Swift, so fingers crossed. The rest kind of all makes sense, so... By the way, I'm wearing the dress that I bought in my vlog, thrifting outfits for The Life of a Showgirl. I'm also wearing champagne earrings because we know one of the vinyl variants is like sweat and champagne or something. A bit feral imagery, but you can't necessarily see the earrings, but you know that they're there, okay? If they get too annoying, I might have to take them off. Without much further ado, let's listen to our first track, The Fate of Ophelia, our first single of the album, of hopefully many. This is much slower than I was anticipating. Megaphone mention! We're in literally the first... Ow, these earrings are definitely hurting too much to wear. Okay, well, they were fun while they lasted. The megaphone, I would assume, is a reference to the megaphone.
It's giving no girl, not showgirl. What are we doing?
Which also featured the Life of a Showgirl cardigan, which, by the way, did anyone purchase one of those? I didn't purchase because I got a bit scared that it was going to be the Itchy and Scratchy show, so I didn't get one. And plus, as you know, I don't think I look good in orange. I'm only wearing it for Taylor Swift, so I wasn't going to spend like $150 on a cardigan that I probably wasn't going to wear. Yeah, but I want to know if anyone else got it. Okay, hold on. I do have Genius up, of course. So the word megaphone is used here because Travis Kelce said on his podcast, which turned into a viral clip, that he wanted to speak to Taylor. I actually never saw the clip of him saying that he wanted to meet Taylor. I just realized I don't think I've ever actually watched that clip. Sorry, Travis. I feel like my relationship with Travis is in a good place, where I don't interact with his content other than seeing pictures on Instagram, because I fear that if I see too much of him, I'll stop liking him. Because he's very like dude bro, and that's really not my type. Not that it matters, I'm not the one that's, you know, engaged to him. Right now, my ignorance is definitely helping me in my relationship with him. I actually never saw that clip, but that's a fun reference. You are quite the pyro. You light the match to watch it blow. They are TNT, Travis and Taylor. So it's obviously that reference, but she did mention on the podcast something about him being like, he lights up the room. It could be both, but TNT, that's a fun reference. Guys, we are literally just the first verse into the song, and I've paused it how many times? And if you never call for me, This must be so exciting for Travis. The first song and first single of this album is all about him saving her from her fate of Ophelia. This is so different to what I was anticipating. This is actually nothing like what I was anticipating. I feel like I need a moment to process the fact that I was so wrong in what I thought it was going to sound like. Keep it 100! Woo! Bingo! Well, not bingo, but mark it off, guys.
The eldest daughter.
Eldest Daughter mentioned before the song Eldest Daughter. Okay.
Love was a cold bed full of scorpions. The venom stole her sanity.
I'm just processing, right? So we haven't really heard Max Martin and Shellback since like 1989 Red Reputation era. It has been Jack Antonoff since, and these synths are so different. It's so cute and funky. It feels like very unoffensive, the song, in a way that's not like Fortnite was in its inoffensiveness. Like Fortnite was very slow. It was still a little bit funky, but it was slow. Whereas this is like funky and we're grooving. Like it definitely feels fun, which I have been wanting. The color has come back into her face. This pre-chorus is beautiful. I'm also thinking like, okay, I know the story of Ophelia in Hamlet, right? That's obviously what this is a reference to. But in terms of what we've heard coming up to this second chorus, it's felt less Ophelia referencing and more her own life referencing. I feel like the reference of Ophelia is getting a bit lost, and it's only once it's coming to the chorus that it actually starts feeling a bit like that is really the reference. I was wondering how she was going to sing that line, the Fate of Ophelia. But it's so funky, it's so cute. That Keep It 100 is actually taking me out a little bit. It's almost like the I Come Back Stronger Than a 90s trend where it takes you out of the magic. And even when she said vibes before about Travis, it took me out a little bit. But I think actually that works in its favor, what I said before, that it's less a reference to Ophelia. It's less like poetic feeling, so that she can kind of get away with saying things like this because it's not so stuck in the literature. She doesn't have to be, I guess, pretentious with the lyrics. She can be silly and goofy. Okay. This is so beautiful. This is so theatrical. Okay, yes, it's Hamlet. This is so what's Marina and the Diamonds. Ancient dreams in a modern land. That's what this is reminding me of. That kind of theatrical fun of music. Are we getting a theatre album?
Oh, because you came for me.
I love it. It's still making me laugh. I loved that. Wow. That is a really fun single. I was re-listening to 1989 today and thinking of the singles that came out on 1989, it's not giving glitter gel pen like I think people thought it was going to. It's giving certainly pop, but it's definitely leaning more, this is going to sound stupid when I say it out loud, but it's giving more showgirl. It's giving more theatre. It's giving more larger than life sounding rather than I'm writing little songs in my room. Where like Style, Blank Space, Shake It Off, they all are I'm writing a little song in my room. Where this is like, yeah, a show. I think my predictions for the songs that I thought I was going to like the best was The Fate of Ophelia, because I like every number one. I think I said Eldest Daughter, Honey, and I really don't remember. I would like to claim The Fate of Ophelia. Eldest Daughter is going to ruin my whole life. And I kind of think Honey. That's the ones I remember, so I'm sure those are the ones I meant the most. It's definitely different to what I was thinking, but not in a bad way. And I think upon second listen, I'm going to be obsessed with this song, like 110%. Next up, we have Elizabeth Taylor. I'm interested to see how Taylor is going to incorporate her life into Elizabeth Taylor's life, or vice versa. Or is she just going to give us a story, kind of like she did with The Last Great American Dynasty? Thoughts?
Elizabeth Taylor.
Me and hearing the title in the first moment of the song, we're not friends. So that was very funny to me. Sorry, let's listen again. I'm so sorry.
Elizabeth Taylor, do you think it's forever?
Whoa, I love that.
That view of Portofino was on my mind when you called me at the Plaza Atene. Ooh, oftentimes it doesn't feel so glamorous to be me. Under bright lights, they withered away, but
Hold on. Lights mention. Woohoo.
Portofino was on my mind. I think you know why. And I cried my eyes violet. Elizabeth Taylor, tell me for real, do you think it's forever?
First of all, the sound is incredible. I really like that. I'd cry my eyes violet, because Elizabeth Taylor very famously has violet eyes. Oh my God, that's so beautiful.
Be my and why when Hollywood hates me.
Be my NY when Hollywood hates me. Which is obviously a reference to being in New York while the Kim Kardashians of the world are making it feel like it's not somewhere safe for her to be.
As hot as your last hit, baby.
Can I count another bingo just there? You're only as hot as your last hit. Would we say that is commentary on the industry? I'm gonna get that. Guys, we're 3 away from a bingo. We're 2 songs in.
Babe, I would trade the Cartier for someone to trust. We hit the best.
Just kidding. This is very Elizabeth Taylor as well. Like, I definitely see Taylor in this, right? What could you possibly get for the girl that has everything? Because she's never been more successful in her life. And she's also never felt more alone in her life. On the Eras tour when she got broken up with twice, by the way. Twice. At the peak of her career. And then I would trade my Cartier for someone to trust. Just kidding. Like, that is so funny. Because that's like her favorite watch, right? Diamond bezel Cartier. Yeah, I like watches. I say it in every video, I think.
Be my and why when Hollywood hates me.
This is so beautiful and dark.
All my white diamonds and lovers are forever.
It's actually crazy to me that she wrote this song and didn't know that Travis was going to propose, because obviously the album was completely finished by the time she went on the New Heights podcast. And right after the New Heights podcast was when he proposed to her. And she had no idea what was coming for her. She had no idea what ring was coming for her. Crazy business. Oh my God.
All my white diamonds and lovers are forever.
I think that the line, all my white diamonds and lovers are forever, obviously if we expand on the thought of those lyrics, all of her fame and wealth, which has been so over commented on in the media, and her lovers are forever. So all of her, I guess, things that are controversial in a sense, the things that take away from the perfect little girl next door, the American girl image, are the things that she's going to be remembered for, and not the good things, and not the success that brought her the diamonds, or, you know, the beautiful house, all of the luxury goods that she wears all the time. Those things that she has, it's like people are forgetting that, okay, she's making the most incredible music of all time. Why aren't we talking about that? She visits kids in hospitals. She's always doing philanthropic work. She used to visit fans back in the day, but we don't talk about that. We talk about how she dated like a normal person. Isn't that so crazy? I love Elizabeth Taylor, Do You Think It's Forever? Because what do we think of Elizabeth Taylor for? How she had 7 husbands and 8 marriages. She married one of them twice. And I think that that's so crazy because then you look at her body of work, and her body of work is so incredible. And what she's done not only in her career, but her philanthropic work is also stuff that is just completely pushed to the side. Taylor, you know how to make a reference. You know how to make a reference about yourself. Yep. The sound of that song was so creepy and cool, and again, very theatrical sounding. Guys, I really was not anticipating this sound at all. I'm taking this so slow. I'm so sorry. We've listened to 2 songs. This album only goes for 41 minutes. We're half an hour into the recording process, just to be clear. I am going to have to take a long time to process. I feel like I'm going to have to take a longer time to process this than the Tortured Poets Department, which I feel like I knew what that was going to sound like when it was marketed to us. Next up, we have Opalite, which I think was the song that Travis said was his favorite. Guys, I'm so excited. I feel like this one might be Glitter Gel Penny then. Nah. We've got a Americana electric guitar. Oh! Is this going to be another single? Oh. This is so fun. This feels very Sabrina. I love the gemstone references. It's like Bejeweled Part 2. You put me in the basement, I want to be at the penthouse of your heart. Onyx Night, Opalite. It's like she got out of the basement and she got into the penthouse. The little twinkly kind of sounds in the background are so just darling. They're so cute. Oh my god. And I just had another thought. Also Sleepless in the Onyx Night. Remember how she had so many sleepless midnights? It's definitely a reference to that. It's so cute. Guys, I'm really confused. This is nothing like the sound I was... Friend of the show, Boxes of Foxes, messaged me and said, it's nothing like I was expecting. Yeah, I definitely agree. This is absolutely nothing like what I was thinking. I would say that this song is, maybe it's missing some oomph. There's something that I've kind of, and I almost felt like that with Elizabeth Taylor as well, that it was almost a little bit safe. Next up, we have Father Figure, which as we know, I can mark off George Michael because it's been confirmed that he is a credit on the song. So in some capacity, he is on the album.
Found you, you were young, we were lost in the cold. You remind me of a younger me. I'll be your father figure. I drink that brown liquor. I will be your father figure. Put your tiny hand in mine. I can make deals with the devil because my dick's bigger.
Dick mention, not in the way that I was anticipating it. We're getting close to a bingo. So this is definitely, I think as we were anticipating this song to be, that it seems to be about Scott Borchetta, who sold her music to the devil, Scooter Braun. This song is really cool sounding.
This love is pure profit. Just step
Yep.
into my office.
Yep.
Leave it with me. I protect the family. Leave it with me. I pay the check before it kisses the mahogany grain.
If I didn't already have commentary on the industry, this song would be solidly that. Yeah, I think we all anticipated her talking about regaining her masters because at this point, she already knew that the deal was kind of on the table for her when she was writing this. And then just before this album probably was finalized, she bought them. And I'm kind of glad we're getting it. And I'm kind of glad it's both scathing and beautiful the way that it's written, because the whole time I'm like, yes, like, thank you for saying it, and thank you for saying it loudly, and don't mince words. Like, yes, you manipulated a child into giving away her rights to her creation. And like, it's not like it was uncommon at the time, but to then sell it to the one person that she didn't want to own her music, that is such a betrayal. And I cannot imagine the feeling of the one thing happening that you did not want to happen. Do you know what I mean? Get him, Taylor.
All I ask for is your loyalty. I can make deals with the devil because my dick's bigger. I saw a change in you.
This feels so old Hollywood. It is very beautiful. Like, big wow. This is so like, yeah, cinema. This is cinema.
I was your father figure. We drank that brown liquor. You made a deal with this devil. Turns out my dick's bigger. You wanna fight, you found it. I got the place surrounded. You'll be sleeping with the fishes before you know you're drowning.
Bingo! Water imagery or drowning? Yep. Oh my god, the story of this song, it's so satisfying. Hold on, was that a key change?
Before you know you're drowning.
Yep. Woohoo! Yep. Yep.
You know, you remind me of a younger me. I saw potential.
Yes, and what a legacy she is having now, protecting the music industry. All of the things that Taylor has done that has caused such positive change for other musicians. Because of this situation, the music industry couldn't be in better hands. Oh my god, that is my favorite song so far, for sure. Not only did it sound fucking awesome, but what it's about is incredible. I paid the check before it kisses the mahogany grain. Guys, I don't think we're talking... Literally, the song's just come out. We're not talking about father figure enough. That song was phenomenal. We're up to our track 5, which I'm nervous for. All right, track 5s are normally the most heartfelt songs on the album. They're the most raw. Eldest daughter, hey, I'm an eldest daughter. Hey, do you know what comes with being an eldest daughter? Responsibility. So I anticipate this being about some kind of responsibility. I don't know if it's going to be about necessarily being an eldest daughter in her family, but maybe in the industry as well. A figure of responsibility in the music industry. Thoughts? Let's probably cry. Now, unfortunately, I'm not able to show you any of Eldest Daughter, and it has to be sped up, otherwise it'll be flagged for copyright and completely blocked on YouTube. I don't know why this song in particular, but it's happening to every channel. So I really do apologize. It's never happened to any other album or song for me before in this capacity, so very disappointing, but I hope that you enjoy nonetheless. Piano.
Everybody's so punk on the internet. Every joke's just trolling and memes, sad as it seems.
Trolling and memes, did not anticipate that entering the Taylor lyric lexicon. Taylor always says something that I think is a bit cringe, and then I come around on. This is a bit cringe to me.
I have been afflicted by a terminal uniqueness. I've been dying just from trying to seem cool.
Normally, she talks about the gut-wrenching feeling of terrible things in her relationships. Normally, all you had to do was stay. Oh, dear John. So I guess this is her revealing that yes, everything that was said online, everything that was said in public did get to her. And all she ever tried to do was put on a brave face, be awesome, and it's never enough for people. That's really interesting as a topic for a track 5. And I think she's well within her right to have this conversation because there is no one more talked about than her, other than maybe a political figure. Do you know what I mean? This album is orange. The most talked about person right now is also orange. A reference we weren't anticipating?
So many traitors, smooth operators, but
Color Signs reference in my Taylor Swift album?
Do you think that was a smooth operator? Smooth operator.
Okay. Travis is a shareholder of Alpine F1. Yes, she's definitely seen Color Signs. Especially now after his first smooth operation with Williams, after many smooth operations with Ferrari. I love when she sings deep.
Every eldest daughter was the first lamb to the slaughter.
Yup.
So we all dressed up as wolves and we looked fire.
Before we get to the bridge, which I'm sure is going to be iconic, this album so far to me feels like an album that she could have put out early in her career. This feels like an album that is not only, I guess, safe and marketable, but it's also doing something that's quite different for her. This album to me feels like young in her career. Do you know what I mean? Which I guess bodes well if she continues to make music for a long, long time. Oh my god, TS30, guys! I guess I'm not really sure what I'm trying to say here other than it feels like something that Olivia Rodrigo might put out. It feels like something that Gracie Abrams might put out, but not necessarily someone who has had the tenure that Taylor has had, especially after mammoth albums like The Tortured Poets Department or pop hits like Midnights. I don't know if that makes much sense. Let me know what you guys think. Lilac! Guys, remember Lilac short skirt, the one that fits me like skin. Yep. Oh, it's so beautiful. I think this really feels like Speak Now to me. I think maybe that's why this definitely feels like a song on Speak Now. Hold on, I just had a whoa! That's so Raven. That's so Ravened myself. I had said, and this had been a popular theory, that every song on the album was going to be a reference to one of her eras, with The Life of a Showgirl title track being the one for The Life of a Showgirl. My theory was it wasn't necessarily going to be in order. Maybe it was going to be the order of the Eras tour. The Fate of Ophelia, well, that was Lover. I'm going to have to go back and think if the Fate of Ophelia would have been Lover, and then Elizabeth Taylor would have been Fearless. I don't think that makes sense. Then we'd go into Red, Opalite, Red. Maybe. I can maybe see that. But then it's Enchanted, so Speak Now, which means Speak Now would have been Father Figure, which I'm thinking Eldest Daughter sounds more like Speak Now. Certainly not Reputation. Something to think about. Maybe it's not in the order of the Eras tour. That's just how I'm feeling. This definitely sounds like some of the slower songs. Innocent. It really sounds like Innocent.
Every youngest child felt they were raised up in the wild, but now you're home. So many traitors, smooth operators, but never gonna break that bond, never gonna leave you now.
I definitely am going to have to sit on that one. I thought that the sound of that song was beautiful. I am proud and glad for her that she made this the theme of the song, because she's never been more in the spotlight than she is now. And so now is the perfect time for her track 5 to be about how she's being scrutinized in the media. She went through 2 breakups over the Eras tour, and one of those people that she dated was one of the most notoriously hated people in the music industry for the stupid shit he said. Okay, there are definitely people that are more hated, but a lot of people don't like Maddie Healy, and for very good reason. And so for kind of the darling to date him, she received so much hate. We were all there. We all saw it. We've all heard about it on the Tortured Poets Department. You know what I mean? She had been certainly scrutinized like that before. We saw in the Reputation era, or before the Reputation era. Never really has there been such a magnifying glass and things blown out of proportion and things being so misunderstood. So I'm glad that she wrote a song about it, but I definitely feel like I'm not absorbing it like I want to right now. I think because, like I said, it's reminding me of like Speak Now kind of song, which I wasn't anticipating on this album. Next up we have Ruin the Friendship. There has been a lot of speculation about what this could be. First of all, Ruin the Friendship is normally in reference to two pretty best friends falling in love, right? They don't want to ruin the friendship and fall in love. Then if they break up, they can't be friends anymore. right? But a lot of people were speculating that it was going to be about Blake Lively because of the lawsuit that's going on with Justin Baldoni, where Justin Baldoni brought Taylor into the conversation when she probably shouldn't have been. So a lot of people were speculating that, although I guess we'll see. I think it's probably more likely that Ruin the Friendship is going to be what we anticipate that phrase to mean, because I'm sure that there are people that Travis probably. Oh no, I don't know. I wonder if she considered whatever they had before they started dating as friendship, because they kind of met with the assumption that they were going to date, right? So I don't know. Okay, guys, Ruin the Friendship. Don't worry, this is the one to bring us back from the track 5. Okay. Oh, it's so cute.
Listening grass from September rain, gray overpass full of neon names.
Listening grass from September rain. When did they meet? It was around September, wasn't it? Maddie and her stopped dating around July. I'm pretty sure Maddie and her stopped dating in July, and I'm pretty sure September, October was when they started dating, right?
Your smile, miles wide.
Yup.
And it was not an invitation. Should've kissed you anyway. Should've kissed you anyway.
I'm gonna cry, it's so cute.
But your girlfriend was away.
Hold on a minute. Who the fuck's this about then? Because as far as I know, Travis was single when they started talking. Okay. Okay, I'm listening.
Wood floors underneath my feet. Disco ball makes everything look cheap. Have fun. It's prom.
Oh. Oh! I was like, hold on. Now she's alluding to high school. What was the first song, in theory, that was so clearly about Travis? I feel so high school. And You Belong With Me, set in high school with a football player and a band geek. It couldn't be more obvious. Okay. And in like You Belong With Me, obviously he already has a girlfriend. This is You Belong With Me 2.0. I love how long it took for me to come to this conclusion.
And it was not an invitation.
I think it was not an invitation is very clumsy. The word does not fit there. I'm gonna come around to it, I just know it. But it definitely could have gone to the drawing board for that.
Don't make it awkward in second period. Might piss your ex up. Lately we've been good. Being friends is safe. Doesn't mean you should.
I do find it interesting that a 35-year-old woman is talking about high school still, though. Like, yeah, I remember high school, but I don't think about that. Do you know what I mean? Like, So High School as a song made sense because you're in a young relationship. Like, the relationship itself is young, not you are young in the relationship. And there's that playfulness of getting to know each other and being silly goofy. So that is understandably So High School. But I do find it interesting now that, like, we're kind of back to this topic. She hasn't been in high school for 18 years. So I find that interesting that we're talking about it still.
When I left school, I lost track of you. Abigail called.
Abigail mentioned!
Bad news, goodbye. But I flew home anyway. With so much left to say. But I whispered at the grave. Should've kissed you anyway.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is a reference to Forever Winter. Oh my god. Oh my god. So if you don't know, one of Taylor's close friends in high school committed suicide, and that's what Forever Winter is about if you listen to that song. And last year, oh my god, this is the fucking saddest song on here, and it didn't even— depressing banger, guys! Bingo time! Last year, one of my best friends passed away, and I thrashed Forever Winter because obviously you never know when it's time for a Taylor Swift song to be to identify with you, but unfortunately that song all of a sudden became one that I identified with. And so this song now, after Red TV being released and that song coming out on the extended version, having to think about all of that stuff would have obviously like re-brought up all of those feelings. I was really wondering why that whole time you guys saw me, I was really wondering why the fuck are we back at high school? And of course we're back at high school because she just re-released an album that talked about this person. Oh my god, I don't even know if I can finish that song. This song is so fucking cute. And now that line, it just made me realize it is the saddest song. Oh my god. Oh my god. I will say, delusionally and emotionally, this now makes me wonder. I'm getting a bit in the weeds right now. Bear with me. But there have been a lot of songs in Taylor's career while we didn't know that her and Maddie Healy had been kind of on again, off again, or maybe thought of throughout the whole time that they knew each other, right? We kind of didn't necessarily know the connection that they had since they met each other back in the 1989 era. And so there were songs like The One. We didn't know necessarily it was about them, but now that we know that relationship has happened, we can kind of assume that The One was about him because, hey, I've been in a lot of different types of relationships in my life, and the ones that ended prematurely or ended in a way that it didn't like run its full course, your mind can fully wander. You can really invent the reality that could have happened about it, and it's normally a relationship that it takes a long time to process. I guess now if she's willing to write a song like this, that she might have had feelings for the person that passed away. Who knows? Maybe The One could have been about them, or maybe like it might not have been a Maddie Healy song at all. It could have been this, and that it's, you know, something just in the back of her head that she'll always think. I'm going to say this is very personal. I've never been this personal on this channel. Trying to explain my reaction, I guess. Before me and my current partner dated, I had been very close with this friend that passed away for a number of years. And there was a time that I did have a crush on them. And I remember months later telling them just to be like, oh yeah, like don't necessarily feel so bad about whether people find you attractive or whatever. I did. But I never acted on it. And it was never in the intention to turn it into something. It was more like giving them reassurance, right? But, you know, there is a thought that, you know, you have where you sometimes let your mind wander. Hey, what might have happened if I acted on that? Probably nothing. But so this, like Forever Winter, I didn't know was going to be relevant to me. This is another song, unfortunately, that she's written that is now relevant to me in a way that I didn't want to be relevant to me. I can't believe how much that song blindsided me. I really thought that was going to be about Travis Kelce. And I'm sure for the people that didn't feel that quite so seriously, you're going to really enjoy that song because it's really beautiful. Definitely fucking not an upbeat banger to relieve us from the track 5. Taylor. She's really mixing it up on this album. Okay, moving on. Now we have Actually Romantic. I really have no idea what this is going to be about. I'm hoping it's a beautiful song about Travis Kelce to relieve me of the tears that I've just shed. Oh my god. It kind of sounds like a 2000s. Her name is Noelle. Teenage Dirtbag. It sounds like a 2000s movie song.
I heard you call me boring Barbie when the coke's got you brave.
Okay, this one's gonna bring me back. I am going to knock off diss track because there's absolutely no way that this song is not about Charlie XCX, because we already know from Brat, Sympathy is a Knife, we speculate, is about Taylor Swift and her relationship with Taylor while she was dating Maddie. For anyone that doesn't know for some reason, Maddie Healy is the frontman of the 1975 and the drummer, George, is Charlie's husband. Unfortunately, they were in proximity to each other and they didn't like each other. Despite Charlie and Taylor having a bit of a like mentor-mentee relationship during the Reputation era, which I find interesting. But this is 110% about Charlie XCX. Uh-oh.
My ex, and then you said you're glad he ghosted me.
Yep, it's definitely about Charlie.
And it makes you sick to see my face.
Yep, literally in Charlie's song, she said,
Don't wanna see a backstage of my boyfriend's show. Fingers crossed behind my back, I hope they break up quick.
it couldn't be clearer that this is about... it couldn't be clearer that this is about Charlie. Oh my God. Go on, get her.
But it's actually sweet. All the time you've spent on me. Honestly, wild. All the effort you've put in. Actually romantic. I really gotta hand it to you. Ooh, no man has ever loved me like you do.
I was ready for that to make the electric guitars go wow. I really wanted that to happen. Hey, maybe that's going to happen later in the song. This feels a lot like an Olivia Rodrigo song to me. Like, again, a sound that I was not anticipating from Taylor at all, especially not on an album called The Life of a Showgirl.
Like a toy chihuahua pocketing me from a tiny purse. That's how much it hurts.
Oh my God.
How many times has your boyfriend said, what are we always talking about? It's actually sweet.
Oh my God. You know, for a song that's very clearly about Charlie, Taylor is being so cheeky, goofy, kind about this situation. It is not mean at all. And second of all, she is being so emotionally mature about it. Yes, she's writing a song about it. I think she's well within her right to write a song about this situation. But I think, you know, kind of letting it roll off her back and just kind of having a laugh about the situation, there's nothing wrong with that. It's very clear who it's about. It's kind of giving thank you, Amy. She made it extremely clear within the first verse. She did not mince words, once again. I think good for her. I am a Charli XCX fan. It was my favorite album of last year, Brat, but I do think that she is very childish and I do think she's very mean. I think that that's funny in the Brat kind of persona, but I do understand and have the capacity to imagine that she would probably be very annoying to be friends with, because you would never know what she actually thinks, because she's certainly going to be one thing to your face and then talk shit about you behind your back. 110% that is the vibe I get from Charli. And also, I do want to say that Taylor is a storyteller. So this is not a diary entry. She could be playing this up. The situation may not be as like serious as it is, right? I don't think anyone should be mad at Taylor for talking about this. It's kind of where I'm going with this tangent.
You think I'm tacky, baby? Stop talking dirty to me. It sounded nasty, but it feels like you're flirting with me. It's kinda making me wet. 'Cause it's actually sweet. All the time you've spent on me. Actually romantic.
That was very Olivia. Is she going to give her a writing credit for that? Sorry, that was a terrible joke to make. Guys, I'm feeling emotional, okay? I'm allowed to make terrible jokes. Wow, I liked that song a lot. That was extremely tame and very short song. So I think anyone kicking up a fuss about it is just a little baby and you should get the fuck over it. Okay, now we have Wish List, which is giving Kesha vibes hardcore. We've just had a Kesha resurgence. Is this going to be a commentary about being wealthy? Well, I really don't know. When I saw this on the track list, I was like, what the fuck's this going to be? So let's listen to it and find out, I guess. It's explicit. This is a fun sound.
They want that yacht life under chopper blades and a fat ass with a baby face. They
Yep. That's so funny.
want it all. And they should have what they want. They deserve what they want. Hope they get what they want. I just want you. Have a couple kids, got the whole block looking like.
Oh my God.
Got me dreaming about a driveway with a basketball.
Okay.
Settle down, got a wish list. I just want you.
Cute.
They want a contract with 3 hours.
Pretty.
They want that spring.
Pretty.
I just want you. Have a couple kids, got the whole block looking like you.
It's so cute.
I made wishes on all of the stars. Please, God, bring me a best friend who I think is hot.
Bingo! I keep saying bingo, but I'm actually just getting a cross on my bingo sheet. So we haven't had a bingo yet, but that's definitely changing the prophecy or manifesting, because in the Tortured Poets department, we had the song The Prophecy. I'm begging on my knees, please change the prophecy. She changed it. That was on her wish list and she's got it.
I hope I get what I want, 'cause I know what I want. I just want you.
I really like those dreamy sounds, those really high-pitched, dreamy, floaty sounds that are in the background. That's so beautiful.
Settle down, got a wish list. I just want you.
Cute. Can't believe I judged that one so harshly based on the way that it's written. That one was so stinking cute. Both my brother and my partner's brother are having babies, right? Not together, to be clear, but like they're starting families and I'm getting very clucky about their kids. I don't want kids, so like that's not something that I envisaged for myself, but I am really enjoying the pleasure of experiencing that in their lives. And so that song definitely made me think of them. And I think that's probably why I enjoyed it so much, because it really feels like, you know, I'm so excited for them to have that little life, to have that little family life, to be with the person you love and start a family. So cute. Okay, now we have track 9, Wood. What if he's written mine on my upper thigh, only in my mind? Track 9's very often a little sexy slutty songs. I think Wood is going to be about penis. I think it's definitely going to be about big dick talking. Just definitely explicit for a reason. In my opinion, I think there's no way she's not going to be talking about getting a little peener. And if it's something like, oh, knock on wood, then I guess I don't know anything about Taylor Swift. Oh my God! Funky.
Daisy's bare naked, I was distraught. He loves me not, he loves me not. And baby, I'll admit I've been a little superstitious.
This is so fun.
It's constant till you put your hand on mine. A bad sign is all good. I ain't gotta knock on wood. All of that bitch wishing on a falling star.
This is made for me.
I ain't got to knock on wood.
Taylor, thank you, thank you, thank you. I have been saying recently, the last few years, that R&B is so back for me. I have been sitting in my little nostalgia bubble, listening to all of the songs that I listened to when I was a kid, and this is very reminiscent of Mariah Carey, Kelly Rowland. Obviously, it also references funk music, but definitely a lot of funk elements are in R&B. This sound is my preferred sound, 110%. And also, fuck me, I guess. Knock on wood. What did I say? Guys, what did I say? It's not about penis. It's not about Peter. I was wrong. It's about superstitious. Knock on wood. Oh my God. Idiot, idiot, idiot. Idiot alert. Oh my God.
Forgive me, it sounds cocky. Hypnotize me and open my eyes. Redwood tree, it ain't hard to see. His love was the key that opened my thighs.
Ah! It is a penis reference! Guys, that was so funny. I just love, forgive me, it sounds cocky. Yeah. He hypnotized me. Hold on. Swift censors herself from using the slang term dickmatized, as in getting hypnotized by dick. Guys! Yeah, well, as soon as I heard Redwood Tree, I was like, hold on a minute. That's definitely peener. That's definitely peener. And then his love was the key that opened my thighs. Yep, okay, we're talking about penis now. So wood is about... Stop it! Taylor!
Girls, I don't need to catch the bouquet.
Well, she did.
No, a hard rock.
Ah!
It's on the way.
Oh my fucking God!
Curse on me was broken by your magic wand. You're high, manhood. I ain't gotta knock on wood.
Okay, hold on. There's a lot to process here. First of all, thank God for Taylor's friendship with Sabrina Carpenter. I don't know if this song would have happened without her influence. Let's just say. Isn't it nice to know that she went from the smallest man who ever lived, he didn't measure up in any measure of a man, to new heights of manhood. Also, New Heights reference. Yeah, that song's a fucking banger. That was so good. Oh my God. I'm so glad that song happened because that really pulled me back from the brink, let me just say. I love that I predicted both uses of the term would. All right, next up we have Cancelled. I think that this song is about, again, the media's perception of her or online discourse about her. Let's listen to Cancelled! Exclamation point.
You thought that it would be okay.
So different.
Did your girl boss too close to the sun?
Oh my God.
Catch you having far too much fun. Something wicked this way calm.
Okay, Shakespeare.
I like my friends canceled. I like them cooked in Gucci and in scandal.
Right. Because how many times has Brittany Mahomes fucking been cancelled for being conservative? How many times has Blake Lively been cancelled for standing up for herself? I wonder if that's something that scares Taylor, and maybe she's going to talk about it in the rest of the song. But by being friends with her, it does put you under the magnifying glass as well. And so while it might be nice to be her friend, you are at risk of, I guess, being cancelled. Now you are going to be scrutinized just like she is.
Welcome to my underworld where it gets quite dark. Used to know exactly who your friends are. They're the ones with matching scars.
Yep.
Tone deaf and hot, let's fucking off her.
Yep.
Everyone's got bodies in the attic.
Hold on. Well, okay. I said on here death as a reference. Bodies in the attic. That would imply that they're dead. Skeletons in the closet. Skeleton is death. Can I mark that off? Also, why did I write champagne instead of alcohol? I would have nearly had a bingo, guys. I would have nearly had a bingo. I'm not marking it off, by the way. This song, if we were going back to that theory of every song is a reference to an album. Reputation? Thoughts? Reputation alert? Damn, I really fucked up with this bingo sheet. Okay, I guess being loved and being happy, I can mark that off actually. So we are closer to a bingo than I thought. We just need that city tour stop and death reference, or potentially coming home and glitter. Next up we have Honey. I anticipate this song definitely being about Travis Kelce. Please God, let this be about Travis Kelce. And let it be sexy, or maybe even romantic. Maybe actually romantic, please. This is the last one I said that was gonna be in my favorites. So far, I was kind of wrong about my favorites. Definitely wasn't anticipating Wishlist and Would to be so slay. Let's listen to Honey, and let's see if she's in my top faves. Cute.
You can call me honey if you want, because I'm the one you want. When anyone called me sweetheart, it was passive aggressive at the bar. If anyone called me honey, it was standing in the bathroom, white teeth. When you touch my face, redefine all of those blues.
Guys, remember who was the blues? Guys, redefined all of the things that I thought was love, and now I can actually see what real love is meant to be. Yeah.
You can call me honey if you want, because I'm the one you want. Honey, I'm home, we could play house, we could bet.
Yay, coming home, coming home, coming home, coming home. Oh my God, just say glitter, Taylor, and I've got a bingo. Taylor, this is really important to me.
You could be my forever nightstand.
Aww.
You touch my face, redefine all
Pretty piano. Wow, that was so nice.
You can call me honey if you want.
That was an oboe. What the hell? That song was so cute. That was exactly what I've been wanting. I'm so happy. I'm so happy to see her writing about being happy in a relationship. Okay, guys. We're at the last song on the album. we are at the title track, The Life of a Showgirl, featuring Sabrina Carpenter. This song doesn't feel real to me, first of all. And second of all, I'm nervous because Taylor's voice and Sabrina Carpenter's voice, we've heard them sing together on the Eras tour. White Horse sounded good, but the second time that they sung together, I did not think they sounded good. When they sang Espresso together, it did not sound good to me. I hope that Sabrina gets her own verse. That's my really, truly one wish, that Sabrina gets a full verse and it's not going to be Snow on the Beach treatment. And I hope that I get the rest of my bingos with this. I anticipate potentially glitter mention, potentially sweat mention, because it's the life of a showgirl. Taylor, I need bingo like crazy. Everyone, let's listen to the final new Taylor Swift song, probably that we're going to hear for a while.
If I should die before I wake, her name was Kitty. Made her money being pretty and witty. They gave her the keys to this city.
Okay, a lot of rhyming.
They said she didn't do it legitly. Hey, thank you for the lovely bouquet. You don't know the life of a showgirl, babe, and you're never gonna wanna.
Interesting. I love that discussion again of the industry and like how it looks so glamorous and beautiful, but like peel away the curtain, find out a little bit more what it's like. It looks so glamorous and fun and beautiful, but it's not. Also, this song is much slower than I was anticipating, so I don't anticipate it being a single, but it's beautiful. It sounds really beautiful. Being liked on stage, not being liked off stage, I think I'm gonna mark that off.
She was a menace.
Sabrina!
Baby of the family in Lennox.
I love how I said that like I was surprised that she was on there, but I realized it was gonna be a full verse, okay? Okay.
Her father whored around like all men did. Her mother took booze and played tennis. And I'd sell my soul to have a taste of a magnificent life. It's all mine. That's not what showgirls get. They leave us for dead.
Beautiful.
I took her pearls of wisdom, hung them from my neck. Paid my dues with every bruise. I knew what to expect.
This is so theater. This is so theater. I love it. Oh my God, I love it so much.
On the ice inside my veins, they ripped me off like false lashes and then threw me away.
That is so Tumblr core. Do you want to take a skate on the ice inside my veins? That is something that I would have reblogged when I was 18. Yep. Don't lie to me and say you wouldn't.
Who wish I'd hurry up and die?
Death mention! Guys, we are one thing away from a bingy. We're one thing away from a bingy, guys.
But I'm immortal now. Thank you for the lovely bouquet.
Beautiful.
Married to the hustle and
Guys, okay, my battery died. This battery only has 17%, so we better fly through this.
now I know the life of a showgirl, babe. Wouldn't have it any other way. Thank you for coming together all night.
Aww.
See you next time. And of course, Sabrina.
Oh, it really felt like the Eras tour just then. Guys, that was so cute. Oh my God, I liked that song. I did not get a bingo. Oh, guys, please let there be something I can... There's literally nothing, not even free space that will get me a bingy. I'm gonna lose it. First of all, they didn't sound bad together. Hey, big ups, big ups. I really, really enjoyed that song. I thought it was beautiful. And I thought it was the perfect kind of back of the album song. What an album. Absolutely not what I was anticipating. And I think, if I can be honest with you, having Ruined the Friendship be in there halfway definitely kind of almost ruined my reactions for the rest of the album, just because that really blindsided me. I almost wish I had like a, you know, trigger warning, death of a friend, suicide mention, like, oh my God. This album was nothing like what I was anticipating. I thought it was fantastic. I definitely need to have some time to think about it. And what's weird about it is I feel like a lot of the way that the songs were presented went over my head more than the Tortured Poets Department. And I feel like there's way more for me to say about this album than the Tortured Poets Department, which feels weird because this album is so short, but it goes through so many things that I think are really worth talking about. So I've not got a lot of time left to discuss this album with you on my first reaction, but I will say that I can't wait to talk more about this album with you on this channel. I need to know what your favorite songs were. I need time to process this, but I just can't believe that I got to listen to 12 new songs by Taylor Swift, my beloved, and just so fun. Guys, they were just so fun. Okay, I'm gonna leave you all. I hope that you have had fun with the album. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And I hope that you stay safe, stay hydrated, and I will see you all next time.